Luke Williams here with Foxglove Outdoors. It's September 23rd, 2017. We are in Pullman, Washington. We're going to go do some predator hunting today. It's, getting to be the end of September. Coyotes are starting to put on a little bit of fur. Our fur buyer doesn't buy until October, but we need to get the rifle out, make sure it's sighted in. I got a new camera here I'm wanting to try out, maybe see if we can get some kills on cam. We went out last night. We saw a nice buck. I'll put a video of him right here on there. So that was kind of cool. We got to see that little whitetail buck. We saw one coyote on our way into our spot. We were able to get permission for the spot we saw a coyote, but he was long gone by the time we talked to the landowner. Gonna go back to that spot today. The guy we got permission from said it's a good spot and he sees lots of coyotes over in there. It seems like they want them gone, so we'll definitely go see if we can do some predator control and help the farmers out. I guess we'll just have to see where it goes. Hopefully we can get it on video. So after I got to my spot, I set up, found a nice vantage point. I just started doing some coyote howls, yips, that sort of thing. The day before they didn't seem to respond to the rabbit calls and such. So I was doing coyote calls, just your basic howls, yips, that kind of thing. It only took about 10 minutes and things started to happen real fast. Young female coyote was already halfway across the wheat field I was set up above before I was able to even get the camera turned on, knew she was there. So things started to happen real quick, and I'll show you the video that I did get right here. So trying to be your own cameraman as well as take a shot on a moving coyote that's coming in full speed ahead is pretty tough. I wasn't able to get the initial hit on video, but after I got an initial shot on her, she wasn't quite dead, and so I had to take a finishing shot. I moved my camera really quick, I chambered another round, and I ended up finishing her off. So after I got one coyote, I was pretty excited. I haven't gone out and actually actively hunted coyotes before, so that was pretty exciting. That is, I was able to accomplish that all on my own, with my own, my own calling, my own scouting, all of that. As I was taking pictures of that coyote, I looked over another ridge away, and I saw another coyote loping away. I must have called that one in as well. Scared him off when I shot. So I packed up my stuff, I moved a ridge over, started calling again, and sure enough, another coyote comes in. I'll tell you guys the video how that played out. He stayed too far away. He just didn't want to come in, and as you'll see in the video, after I couldn't get him to sit still any closer than 500 yards, I just decided to take a shot at it, and didn't hit him, but I guess you guys will see that in the video. So as you saw, we had a successful hunt. I was able to get one coyote. She came running in right on a string. I was coyote yipping, calling. She came running as fast as she could. I could barely get the camera on her in time, and I got the camera on her and I pulled up to shoot because she was only about 50 yards away. Right as she went out of the frame, I pulled the trigger. Kind of sucks I didn't get that on video, but still a pretty cool experience. After that, I went a ridge over. I started calling again, and I had that second dog come into about 200 yards. He was all over the place. He was out to 500. At one point, he was into 250. He just wouldn't sit still. Couldn't get him in the screen on camera. Couldn't get a good shot at him. Finally, as you guys saw there, he was howling. He was out at about 500 yards, and he was howling. He was yipping. He was making a ruckus. So I laid down. I got prone. I figured I can't get him any closer. I had tried and tried and tried. Called at him. He would go out far. He would come in close, but he would never stop moving. And the only place he would sit still was out at about 500 yards. The wind was wrong. I'm sure he was smelling me, but he wasn't sure where the calling was coming from. So he was still looking for that. I'm sure he was trying to locate the dog that I was imitating when he started calling. But anyways, out at 500 yards, I finally decided to give it a try. So I held about 4 feet high. I'm shooting some pretty heavy bullets and shot. And as you guys saw, I just barely missed, just a little to the left. But that's how it goes. Long shots, and I probably jerked a little bit, and that's how it goes. But nonetheless, it was a successful hunt and a good time. It was fun to be out there and watch the animals, and I bumped some deer. It's always cool to see other animals, not the ones you're hunting. But yeah, successful trip and a good time. So until next time, Foxglove Outdoors.